Hello everyone, investors in real estate in Lagos and every other place in Nigeria. Now I'm going to explain to you using the part 1 of the Land Use Act, why and differences between investment in Ibeju Lekki and Epe. Some people don't understand the legal connotation, the differences and the similarities. And I'm going to be using that as a case study to show you why they are different. And let's dig into it. This is about to get good, y'all. Very, very, very good. Part 1, general. So the first clause is, subject to the provision of this decree, all land comprised in the territory of each state in the federation are largely vested in the military governor of the state, and such land shall be held in trust and administered for the use and common benefit of all Nigerians in accordance with the provision of this decree. But the second clause says this, and the second clause 2:1, as from the commencement of this decree, A, all land in urban areas shall be under the control and management of the military governor of each state. Urban areas. This document introduced what we call urban areas. Or B, all other land shall, subject to this decree, be under the control and management of the local government within the area of jurisdiction of which the land is situated. So using Lagos as an example, Lagos is like the main Lagos Island all the way to probably Abuja. They are fully built up areas. And from Abuja, where you have the Abuja/Shangotedo, where the Ibeju Lekki local government starts, that area hitherto has been a rural area, and it has been so for many years. So during 2013, when the government brought about this free zone access, which is spanning about 16,000 hectares of land, the government declared and considered Ibeju Lekki to be an urban area. So what this is now saying is that all of the urban areas of Lagos, now including Ibeju Lekki, is under the control and management of the governor. So every single thing as per land statutory rights, land conveyance of deed, every single thing is under his direct purview. But every other land that is not considered or deemed an area called an urban area, which would be regarded as a rural area, is not under the direct purview of the governor, but is under customary law. It said, all other land shall, subject to this decree, be under the control and management of the local government within the area of jurisdiction of which the land is to be situated. So it's the customary law of that locality, the local government. So it's kind of a sort of district level type of arrangement as far as land ownership and statutory rights go. So let's continue to give more context to this as we go down. 3. Subject to such general conditions as may be specified in that behalf by the National Council of States, the military governor may, for the purposes of this decree by order published in the State Gazette, designate the parts of the area of the territory of the state constituting land in an urban area. So it's just saying that the governor has a right to publish and designate any area in the state as an urban area. Like I said, Ibeju Lekki was formerly a rural area, was not considered to be urban, and the government overnight, or however long that took, he designated that area to be an urban area. So right now, Ibeju Lekki is still a peri-urban area because it's still fast growing. So factually, it may not necessarily be an urban area because you don't have as many built up places and the density, but the government has, the governor has designated that area an urban area. So all of the rules, regulations guiding land transactions and land use in urban area, which is directly under the purview of the governor, is now applies to Ibeju Lekki, no longer the local government or customary law, as opposed to Epe. Epe is still a rural area. Epe has not been designated an urban area. So Epe if you get your any form of title, any form of deed, is based on the customary law, is based on the local arrangement by the local government. So that's important for you to get and to understand, because that now changes a lot of things, in getting your title. And before I get ahead of myself, that's the reason why you would not see a C of O title, so to speak, in Epe. Now, I'm going to clarify that when we get to that point, because a part of the deal, a part of the contract says, even though you have a customary right over a local government area, a local government district, over a locality, you can still seek for a statutory right, which is a C of O. But when we are talking about outside of that arrangement, a local government area, they are empowered by the law to be able to form their own system of administering rights and administering land use. It empowers them. This act empowers them. So it empowers the government around the local government context. But the governor can wake up any day and, by publishing the Gazette, and obviously through a process, designates even those rural areas to become urban areas. So once they do that, it now automatically now means that you have to get a statutory right over that land, because it's now an urban area and it's in direct purview of the governor, and then you need to get a C of O for that land. Okay, let's continue. It's getting good. Let's continue. Now, 4. So, until other provisions are made in that behalf and subject to the provisions of this decree, land under the control and management of the military governor under this decree shall be administered. A. In the case of any state where the land tenure law of the former northern Nigeria applies, in accordance with the provision of that law, and in every other case, in accordance with the provision of the state land law applicable in respect of state land in the states. And it goes on to say, and the provisions of the land tenure law or the state land law, as the case may be, shall have effect with such modifications as would bring those laws into conformity with this decree or its general intendment. What this basically is saying is that you have the urban areas where obviously this act applies and the governor has purview. Then you have the customary law that applies to rural areas, and then it also singles out the northern tenure law of the former northern Nigeria. So it says this, it's making like a leeway, it's making adjustments for this local context, but it's still saying it still has whatever leeway, so whatever allowances they are giving to these places to run their own system or to administer, it still has to be administered based on this decree and based on or subject to the powers of the governor. So they are not they cannot work independent. So basically that's what these few lines are saying. That's the part 1 of this, and I hope you can start getting more context on, first of all, urban and rural areas and the power of the governor to designate a place, a rural area. So that's it. I don't want this to be too much at a go, so I'm going to be breaking it down. So join me in this series, and I'll see you at the very next video. For more information, kindly contact me. To learn more about this, kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe, and I'll see you at the very next video. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Ownahome.ng TV show. Here at Ownahome, we believe owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. So we're committed to give you the very best property recommendations and insider real estate. Thank you so much for watching. I would see you at the very next video. And to invest in Lagos, contact me.